Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you with a little bit of a bigger story than I thought it was going to be. It was last night when news broke of basically WWE and Dr. Chris Amon were going to be filing a lawsuit against CM Punk for the number of $1 million. Basically saying that CM Punk badmouthed Dr. Amon, talking about his confidence that he had in him in being a physician for the WWE, basically saying that he was inside of Vince McMahon's pocket and basically didn't look out for his well-being when he had a concussion inside of the ring, and then told a big story about having a baseball-sized growth, which ended up being a full-on staph infection that didn't get taken care of until he was well out of WWE, and that AJ Lee had taken him to a personal physician who said that it was the biggest staph infection that he had ever seen, and was surprised a company like WWE wouldn't have taken care of it. CM Punk went into detail talking about when he got this staph infection cut and taken care of. Basically, it was one of the most painful moments of his life. You know, he talked about how he had tattoos done all over his body, and when he had the juice pumped out of this staph infection, it was just horrible. And WWE has gone to the point of actually putting this story up on the front page of WWE.com, and I thought I would just go read, and it would have news. Just, sometimes when somebody gets released, they just put up a blanket statement saying this person has been released, we wish them well in their future endeavors. I thought it was just basically going to say that WWE and Dr. Amon had filed a lawsuit, and they were going to be taking him to court. I thought they were just, if you were a WWE fan, now you want to talk. I apologize. In 2005, WWE had the idea of WWE.com being the largest wrestling news website. So they actually started putting news up that was pro WWE, against WWE. They just put TNA news up. They would put TNA results up. They would put ROH news. Anything that was wrestling news would go up onto their own website. And if ROH had a bigger story than anything that happened in WWE in WWE that day, it would go up on the front page. Basically, that's a little bit of what I thought they were doing. It just the news is already going to be out there on other websites, so they might as well have it up on theirs. But they've gone to the excess of making a video of sort of highlights of the Royal Rumble, where you can see CM Punk in them. And actually, they've gone, the video doesn't have any audio. They've cut all of the audio out of the story. But when you play the video, it just focuses on all the angles of CM Punk. You get to see the back, you get to see his legs, any portion of his body. And you notice there are no baseball-sized growths unless it's underneath his tights. And even at that point, there's no way of knowing if it is there or not. This lawsuit that's going to be taken to court is pretty big. It's pretty hefty. I guess CM Punk's got the big time money for it, but Colt Cabana wrestling on the Indies. I know that when I see him at WrestleCon this year, I will make sure to give him my $10 for a picture and an autograph, because that's gonna suck if he loses this lawsuit. Especially seeing how he was just the guy giving CM Punk a place to tell his story. I mean, it was sort of easy pickings for him. CM Punk wanted to help his friend out and give him that first story. CM Punk was honestly sort of negative to a lot of other people that he thought was coming at him, like Chris Jericho or Stone Cold Steve Austin, just trying to pump him for the story so they would have breaking news on their podcasts. Especially last year, you saw the big boom in wrestling podcasts, where it seems like almost everybody is getting one. Even I saw the other day that Ric Flair got announced that he's going to have a CBS podcast, which honestly, to me, I'm not really looking forward to. I've got enough wrestling podcasts as there is, but WWE and CM Punk, I honestly thought that their split and their divorce was over, but you can only see that it's going to be getting more ugly from here. And I thought that CM Punk would just go fight over in UFC, and WWE would keep being WWE, and maybe somewhere down the road they would come back together. But this is definitely getting sticky, and probably even more stickier than the Ultimate Warrior Vince McMahon divorce that happened back in the day, where these guys were even filing lawsuits against each other in 2009 and 2010. These guys were going to court. So I don't know. If you're like me, I mean, there was CM Punk returns to WWE. There was those rumors maybe 2 weeks ago on certain websites, and more than likely they were bullshit, seeing how he's training to be in UFC now, and he's doing that, and he's signed a UFC contract. There's no real way that this really could work out until news leaked that he wasn't being in UFC anymore, if he decided to go to camp and it just wasn't for him. My thoughts are win, lose, or draw. CM Punk's got to fight that fight. That is a dream of his, that he wants to be able to do that, and I think he can push himself to the point that's what he wants to do. But sticky situation. If you want to see Punk back in WWE someday, whether if it's just him going into the Hall of Fame or him being the guest host of Raw or him actually wrestling another match, whether if it's, I don't know, against Colt Cabana or against Triple H, against Seth Rollins, against Daniel Bryan. I mean, any of these big matches that really could go down somewhere in your future of being a wrestling fan. Today's a day that you might remember of, like, well, that was the day that I knew he was never coming back for sure.